Native American moms and dads do a long time ago? What do we think the dads did?
Animals to get food.
They did. They went hunting for their families. And what do we think the Native American moms did?
They were picking berries for their dinner.
For their dinner, they're right, because that's what they ate. They ate berries.
You didn't even know those for their dinner. I didn't even know that when I was me neither.
So what do Native American moms and dads do now?
Those jobs. They all like jobs.
They can be anything they want to be now, right?
Community helper. That's
Are we ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Native American children, they didn't have, back a long time ago, they didn't have all the cool stuff that we have now. They played with dolls that they made, or they played a game called lacrosse or stickball. And they threw the ball, and you have to catch it in the web of the stick. And then while it was in the stick, you would use this stick and throw it to somebody else to catch it. So you know what lacrosse is.
I have the same thing, but not a spider web. Not a web.
So, what do we think Native American children do now? So they do the same things that everybody else does, right?
Yeah. And we got more colors. I'm not Native American. I'm Native Americans have colors.
Okay, so we wanted to know what they wore. So this is what they wore. It was a piece of cloth that they wore around a belt that covered them. They also wore leggings in the wintertime to keep their legs warm, and they also wore shirts in the wintertime to keep their bodies warm. But in the summertime, this is all they wore. They didn't need anything else.
All I see is a little thing too hot. Both the thing fell down.
So that's why they wore a belt to keep it up. Now, the ladies, they wore long dresses. And these dresses, they were either made out of cloth or they were made out of animal skin.
I'm not wearing it. What's that?
We wanted to know how they made their clothes. Clara?
That's a pig.
We wanted to know how they made their clothes. This is skin that they take off of an animal and then they let it dry.
That's a pig.
After it dries, it looks like this. So I brought in something.
I think that's a pig.
This is also made out of animal skin. This my sister made for me.
It's a goat. It's a goat right.
It's actually made out of deer.
Oh.
I'll pass it around later, okay?
Me and my dad ate deer.
It's short. I love deer. I love deer. I ate deer when I was a baby. I love that.
Somebody asked the question of what do the feathers mean? Well, here are some of the eagle feathers. The feathers mean it's how important you are in the community. So in our community, maybe the President of the United States would have long feathers, a lot of feathers like this. Looking at this picture, do we think this guy was important in his community?
No.
He wasn't?
Yes.
He was very important. He had so many feathers, they hung all the way down to the ground. That's very important.
Oh, wow. Sometimes I wear feathers. I have feathers in here.
So what do they wear now?
They wear clothes.
Regular clothes. These people are actually people from the community that I grew up in. These are pictures that I got out of the newspaper. So these are pictures of people who are Native American wearing regular clothes just like everybody else.
What do they wear now?
Now, do they still dress up?
Yes.
They do dress up. They have ceremonies that they're called powwows. And this is how the men typically dress. And this is how the girls normally dress.
I would like to be like that. Dress up like that. They have shoes. I love people that.
Are we ready to see something special?
Yes.
Do you remember how I said that I was Native American?
Yes.
Well, I have an outfit that I wore for powwows, for special celebrations. I'm going to show it to you. It kind of makes a loud noise. Now, this is when I was little, so it's kind of small.
It can fit us. Yeah. That's pretty.
Oh, I should have showed that.
What are those gray things?
This is called a jingle dress.
I want it.
It even comes with an apron.
Oh, an apron.
It goes on you like this. Now the bells, there's 365 bells.
On that shirt?
On the shirt and the apron. It's
It
one
doesn't
for
look
every
like that
day of the
much.
year.